Hi, my name's Cab, or Moxilla 6. A couple of days ago, Robin Williams died. To me, that was a huge shock. Maybe it was to you guys too. To me, it was especially big because he was my idol. He was someone who I wanted to be like, who I tried to be like in many ways. When he died, a couple days later, maybe a day later, they posted the Watchmen joke that Rorschach had said when the comedian died. It was, he said to the doctor, well, a clown goes to a doctor. The doctor says, go see Pagliacci. The guy says, I am Pagliacci. And to me, that before, when the movie came out, to me that symbolized me because most of my life I had terrible depression, countless thoughts of suicide, multiple attempts, and honestly, when you can make so many people laugh, so many people clap, so many people gather, and you just can't get that feeling from yourself or someone else. That's what I got from it. And what troubled me most of all was the fact that Robin Williams was my idol, the fact that he was an actor, he was a comedian. When he acted, if he wasn't a clown, he was this inspirational, just moving character that could just take you. And it was amazing, and I always tried to do that when I acted. And when he would sing, he would always get into it. He would go over the top, all of this, like in Aladdin with the genie, and, I did a lot of what he did because he inspired me. When he changed his voice, when he did impressions, that inspired me to do impressions. He inspired a lot of what I do now. And not too long ago, before he died, I had planned to commit suicide. I didn't, obviously. And when I heard he died, the day he died, I heard he died, I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it for a single second. Because it was, to me, in my mind, it was, I won my fight against depression. And my idol, the person who I looked up to, he lost. And it was a terrible impact. It wasn't realist. It wasn't realism. It wasn't reality. It was just tragic. And honestly, it was horrific. The fact is, it's difficult to come up with this because this is literally just me coming up with on my mind. The fact that the man who I looked up to most of my life, and I'm planning suicide, I didn't do it, and he does, and that impact that I felt from it, that feeling that someone who I grew up with, in a way, I didn't grow up with the man, but I grew up watching his films, like imitating him, doing all these things like he did, and you see that he's gone because he took his own life because he couldn't. He just couldn't go on. That it made me feel, and it made me think about how it would have felt to my family because how I felt is nothing in comparison to what my family would have felt, to my friends, everyone I knew. This was just a man I idolized. He wasn't someone who raised me. He was someone who was like a teacher in a way, but he wasn't that close. So when I felt that, just for someone who I felt I knew, imagine how worse it would have gotten if I actually knew him. If, he was a father figure, like an actual father figure. For me, to the people I actually know, that was almost a wake-up call. That even the strongest of us sometimes fall. So that's my 2 cents on this. This is Cab, Mozzilla 6, and this is Peace Out, I guess.